Hello. Right now we're just going to take a very quick look at the basics of acceleration. Just what is it? So first of all, it's a vector. So it has a direction and it has a magnitude. And the acceleration vector represents how fast and in what direction some object's velocity is changing. That would be that object's acceleration. Another way to put it is that acceleration is the time rate of change of velocity. So we can take that sentence and we can express it in the form of an equation. So first of all, we'll talk about the average acceleration as an equation. So the time rate of change of velocity, what does that mean? Acceleration, the average acceleration, is delta v, the change in velocity, divided by delta t. That's the time interval during which we're looking at how the velocity is changing. You note that the direction of the acceleration is in exactly the same direction as the change in velocity. Now, often we're interested in the value of the instantaneous acceleration as opposed to the average acceleration. So the instantaneous acceleration is given by the same equation, the average acceleration equation, but you just take the limit where the time interval approaches 0. So you take a very, very small time interval, you look at the change in velocity that happens in that time interval, divide the change in velocity by that small time interval, that's your instantaneous acceleration, as long as your time interval is small. Now, sometimes the acceleration is constant. So in that case, you don't have to worry about going to a small time interval. The instantaneous acceleration is just equal to the average acceleration in that case for any time interval as long as the acceleration is constant during that whole time. Okay, so that's the basic definition of acceleration. One thing to really keep in mind here is that the equation is not v over t. Be very careful to remember that it's delta v over delta t. It's not velocity over time, it's change in the velocity divided by the time during which the change occurs. Okay, so that is the basic definition of acceleration.